Yes, the person hurt us. Yes, the person did that. But if you're constantly going through hurt after hurt after hurt, like I did myself, it's time to turn the mirror and really go within and really heal. Not play victim. That has to stop. Yes, you may be an empath, but change that. Start saying no to some things. Start saying, you know what, I empathize with you. Okay? But that ain't my that's not my story. Guys, so I wanted to do this video about, because we've been talking a lot about like healing. We were talking about healing from narcissistic abuse. On the path of healing has really been with this whole little thing that I've been doing is on. So one thing I've been noticing is a lot of people, we talk about healing, we talk about, you know, past trauma and bad relationships and getting with narcissists and how it's just really just not just been fun for us. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I realized is that, oh my God. It's like coming right into me. We're going to know. Okay. So I've been seeing a lot of people, you know, talk about healing, but nobody's really talking about the accountability part of it all. Not every situation that you get in is someone else's fault. Okay, let's go to the whole narcissistic part of it. You get with a narcissist, more than likely, it's something that you are attracting in that narcissist that has you, one, not see the issue or see how this could go left, or you're the fact that you're not even following your intuition, because we always get that gut feeling. Like my cousin always says, like, pay attention to your body. Like, that's the realest thing, because your body will talk to you and let you know when you need to abort the mission. We're not doing that sometimes. Sometimes we go into bad business deals. We meet someone and they're just, but we like them at first and then they end up hurting us down the line. That's not always, yes, they're wrong for doing that to you, or for leading you astray, or for lying to you, for cheating on you. But I'm almost certain, if it's not that the energy attracted the energy, the fact that you saw the red flags and continue to go on with the situation, that means possibly that you have some codependency issues. So that means that there's some accountability that we have to take. I'm not saying that it's your fault that you got hurt, or that you got lied to, or that you got cheated on. Now it's not going over there. Now it's stopping right here. It's not your fault that you got hurt, that you got lied to, that you got cheated on, that you got left. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is sometimes we have to really look at situations like, maybe I could have avoided this if I was more in tune with myself. And that's why I preach healing and preach learning yourself and knowing yourself, because that's so important. Because you literally would not continue on in a situation that just don't make your gut feel good. Like that when you are around this person and that one little thing in the back of your mind because of a red flag is like, I don't really know. You would go with that. No matter what they say to you, no matter what picture they paint to you, it would not matter. You would go with that. You maybe if not completely cut them off, you'll definitely step back and assess the situation. But when you're not healed and you really haven't taken that time to, one, learn your body, learn your soul, learn your intuition, you more than likely are going to fall victim to a lot of those situations. And that's the accountability that we have to take. Like, it's time out for the constant victimhood with this whole healing journey. Like, yes, in some situations, in most situations, somebody do you dirty, you are the victim. But you have to understand, you put yourself in that situation most of the time. Now, if you go out and God forbid something happens to you, you don't know this stranger, whatever, and it's, someone overtakes you, of course that's not your fault. I'm not talking about situations like that. I'm talking about when you actually go out. Let's just talk about relationships. And you go out and you date and you get to know someone. More than likely, you are dating multiple people at one time. I'm not saying sexual relations with them, but you're dating multiple people at one time. Now, the one guy, it's like, say there's two guys. There's usually two different opposite ends of the spectrum. One guy may not be the most flashy, may not be the most smelling good, the most fit, the most, whatever, money or whatever, but he's a really nice guy. And then you have the other guy that is a little more flashy, that is a little more fit in shape, that's a little more extroverted. And you're like, oh my God, this guy is so cool. He gets way more attention. He actually engages in this attention. And this is just minor examples. And we usually, as women, and you have to be honest, and as men too, will usually go for the exciting partner opposed to the basic one that we see as basic because they're not as outgoing as the exciting one. Most of the time, that excitement comes with a whole bunch of BS, okay? And we know that, okay? Every single time, we know that excitement is going, we know, we're sitting there like, Now, I like him, and you'll go home at night, or you'll go home when you leave the date or you leave the person, and you'll feel it. But you're like, oh, I don't know. You may even get into a little conversation or a little argument or something small, minor, but it'll still be red flags. They don't listen to you when you talk. They talk over you. They don't care about what you have to say. You bring up a situation that you may have an issue with, and they'll completely just dismiss you. But you feel like, oh, you tell yourself, you'll lie to yourself, say, oh, maybe it's just right now. It's just, it won't last, or I can change them. That is our fault. That's your fault. When a healed person, now they're fighting. A healed person, someone that is in tune with themselves, ain't gonna tolerate that. That's on my mama. You're not about to tolerate none of that. That's not even gonna work for you. And I'm so sorry, these bees, I'm telling you. And that's what I mean about the accountability part of it. You know that it won't work for you. So ultimately, in a situation like these relationships, we somewhat put ourselves in them situations. Sometimes when we run into a bunch of narcissists and a bunch of toxic people, more than likely, if you keep running into those type of people, I think that's God trying to show you who you are or what characteristics you have. Because for me, I was running into a bunch of narcissists, and I had to eventually realize I'm the problem. Because I know that the love bombing and the way we vastly get into these relationships, it does not last. It does not work. We don't even know each other. We don't learn each other. Now, when you're young, you don't know much, okay? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of your upbringing can really affect the way you go about relationships, but it's still on us to kind of get that knowledge and get that understanding and get the counseling, talk to someone a little bit older, or just realize your patterns. If it's constantly not working, but we constantly keep doing the same thing and we want something different, that's a little bit kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. But there is no but. Oh my God, the spider is on my phone. So I'm probably not gonna come out here no more. Not to this part, cause this part got buggy duggies all up and through. So yeah, I don't remember what I was saying, but well, yes I do. So If you constantly keep coming across the same type of people, constantly over and over and over again, there's usually something in you that's attracting that person. And like I said, when I was coming across narcissists, I had to realize, like, okay, damn, I think it's me. You know what I mean? Especially if you keep accepting the same thing over and over and over. It's a little bit kind of like not the smartest thing. Like, at some point, you just have to, like, okay, maybe it's me. And that's just really it with the accountability of it all. Like, yes, we heal. Yes, there is trauma that we have to go within and really understand, like, okay, this happened to me. I don't understand why it happened. Maybe find out why it happened from talking to the past person, maybe going back. I don't know, whatever healing looks like for you, but there still is it always takes two. Even like I said, when you see that it's going downhill, someone constantly cheats on you and you keep accepting it, you're doing that to yourself. And then what's happening is you're letting that person chip away at you. So then it gets to a point where you can't trust people. And it gets to a point where you're just completely not even yourself. You can't trust people anymore. And you keep moving on. And then that's dictating how you're going to be in that relationship. But you could possibly still just keep attracting the thing that hurt you in the past relationship. And then it just will make sense to you why you can't trust people, because, I keep running into the same person. At some point, we have to take a step back and say, okay, maybe it's me. Now, again, I'm saying it's not always, but almost, like, I'll say 80% of the time, we're attracting the same energy that we are. Because, one, we have not healed from it. We're jumping from relationship to relationship. So this one cheated. Okay, now I'm going to go to another one. And what we always say is like, oh, you remind me of the last guy. Or you remind me of my ex. Because you haven't healed from that energy. So you literally just attracted the same freaking person. And I'm getting excited about it because it's real. Like, I tell you guys about the situation when I healed in 2021. And in 2022, I went on and tried to date someone right after that. Now, it was probably like 3 months, but I was still hurt. I was still so hurt by that guy, who made me realize that I had narcissistic tendencies, which is why I'm attracting this. And I was still so hurt by him. So when I dated in January, so we broke up. We stopped dating. We stopped dating like November. We stopped dating like August, really, but it kind of trickled into like November of 2021. So by January, I met someone else. It was like the end of January, and we kind of tried to date. This man was the same exact dude, like same sign and everything. Like, it was the same guy. And I kind of liked that because he showed the good qualities of the other guy. But what I didn't realize is that guy only showed them good qualities in the beginning. And then so did he. So, and then I could have gone through the same cycle if I didn't realize, like, okay, it's obviously something that I'm not doing, which is completely healing from these energies. And not even just that energy from the guy in 2021, the guy before him, my ex that I got out of a relationship with in 2020, and then the guy that I talk about in another video. I was in Maryland, that guy, I never healed from that because I went from that guy to that guy. So with the white guy that I talk about in the video, when I got with him, I told the previous ex, he's just like you. That wasn't a good thing. And then so I kind of gave myself time in between the 2020 breakup and dating the guy in 2021, but I still wasn't fully healed. I still had different toxic traits that I was still bringing into the situation. I still had toxic expectations that I was bringing into the situation. So I was ultimately still attracting not so much the same guy, but the same characteristics that were just toxic. And that's not on anyone but me, because when I saw the characteristics and I knew in my heart, okay, this could possibly definitely go vastly astray. Like this can go south, like quickly, with the quickness. But I still stayed with him because you know what I thought? Oh, I can change him. Oh, I can. That's on. So as far as that went, it's on me, not on him. Yes, he did those things, but I allowed it. And that's what I really wanted to come on here and really like talk about, is that yes, we have to heal, but in order to heal, there has to be some accountability. So we realize, like, maybe we are putting ourselves through this. Maybe we are attracting what we are. Maybe we are attracting this bad person because they see similar characteristics in us. It's not always, even if you're an empath, you're codependent. That's not good. They talk about, oh, we're empaths. That's not a good thing all the time. Like, yes, it's good to be empathetic, but what is that empatheticismness? What does that empatheticismness really get you? You start to empathize on things, and most of the time people, it's sob stories, or even if it's not, it's somebody's childhood, then you go into protection mode and mommy mode and I can fix that mode and I want to help you mode. When you were never, that person was never sent to you for that. That person could have just been sent to you for just a conversation to tell you, like, oh, you should lose some weight. Or just a conversation to say, like, oh, you know, this is how you do this business thing. Or just a conversation. Or maybe it was just happenstance, y'all met. And you may be attracted to them or not. But you then hear their story. You do your empath superhero thing. And you want to fix and help this person. And then what? Then now you're down the line, you see that, okay, well, this person has this person. You're the type not to date around, but you're like, okay, well, then I can change that. I can make them see me, and I can make them. Then you just going down this just rabbit hole of just F-up-isms. It's just not going to work. And that's just what we have to realize, guys. Like, we are actually sometimes putting ourselves in these situations. Yes, the person hurt us. Yes, the person did that. But if you're constantly going through hurt after hurt after hurt, like I did myself, it's time to turn the mirror and really go within and really heal. Not play victim. That has to stop. Yes, you may be an empath, but change that. Start saying no to some things. Start saying, you know what, I empathize with you. Okay? But that ain't that's not my story. Okay? That's not, I don't feel like, and if it's supposed to, if you and that person are supposed to align, you will. It will happen. But go with your gut. Let's start putting ourselves first. It's okay. And that's what the whole empath thing is. Oh, I put people before me and I feel people. Okay, screw all that though. Like, I'm very empathetic. Trust and believe I'm so empathetic. But I had to learn that has gotten me nowhere fast. I'm over it. Because I would care more about these people, and then you want people to care about you the same, but they don't possess those same characteristics. Is it possess? Whatever. They don't have that. They don't have the empathy. So you more than likely, because opposites do attract, you're attracted to someone that's not empathetic at all. So where you cannot go through the situation and feel for this person, they'd be like, okay, what that got to do with me? And now we mad. And now we pissed. Now we upset. Now what's up? Now what? I really want to see more men and women, not just men, not just women, Men and women, I want us to do better, because we have right now this amazing opportunity that God is like giving us to really like take time. It's, for me, it seems like the world is like slowing down. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but we have the time to really heal for real. Not that surface stuff. Not, oh, let's get better and let's burn this piece of paper because this person was so bad. Nah, put on the piece of paper your bad habits too, and burn that also. Put on the piece of paper that you have unhealthy staying potential. Like, you stay way too long. Put on a piece of paper that you're too empathetic. Jesus. Put on a piece of paper that you are Put on the piece of paper that you're way too understanding. Put that on the piece of paper. Put on the piece of paper that you accept more than you're willing to receive. That's toxic. I don't care what anybody says. It's toxic. If you're willing to give more, now, okay, you can be a giver. Please understand what I'm saying. Please understand what I'm saying. You can be a giver, but it's a balance to life. If you're giving, I'm not saying you have to give to receive, but you have to be okay with receiving. If it's not from that person, period. I went through a whole phase where I would be like, no, it's okay, you don't have to do it for me. Nah, but I would bend over backwards for someone and then be upset when I felt empty. But I was attracting people that didn't want to do nothing for me, and then I'll be mad. But that's what I put out into the universe. I'm good. I got it. Because I'm so strong, I'm so good. So I'm about to get out of here. So that's really just what I wanted to say. Let's have some accountability. Let's really go within. Let's really heal. Let's really, fix this thing. Because the victim thing is cute until it's not. And I had to learn that myself. We're not victims in every situation. There is something that we put into every situation. And I just really I pray that we can together figure that out. And that's actually what I had to ask God, was to help me figure out why I keep going through these same cycles. And he showed me. It was me. Because I tell you right now, I see a narcissist, I see a toxic person just like that. And I'm like, I ain't going through that. I ain't got time. It ain't nothing against you. I ain't mad at you. Want my Tupac. I don't want no hard feelings. But I don't have the time. I can't go through that again. I'm not going to go through that again. And that's where the self-love comes, because you're protecting yourself. You know, when you love someone, when someone loves you, or you love someone, you're willing to protect them. So if you're willing to protect yourself, that's you loving yourself. And that's what we have to do. All right, so I'm out of here. I hope that inspires someone. Please, to get this out, I keep asking y'all, little 4 people that be watching, can y'all like the video and let's try to get me up in the algorithm just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And maybe this can help someone, even if it's not helping you, because it's what I needed. And I'm grateful for the one, I don't remember who the channel was that I saw a year ago, but it was someone's channel, and I remember coming across it, and it was just like, yeah, you're right. So I wish you guys the best. I wish you healing. I wish you peace. I wish you success. And until next time, I'm out.